So what exactly is a pollinator? Hey, I'm naturalist David Mizejewski with the National Wildlife Federation. Pollinators are animals that visit flowers to drink their nectar and to gather their pollen as a food source. And in doing so, they get dusted with the pollen and they move it to other flowers, thereby fertilizing those other flowers. So basically, pollination is really the act of plant sex, but plants can't move to find a mate, so they figured out ways to trick these dumb animals into coming and doing it for them. So who are the pollinators? Well, here in the US, they're mostly invertebrates. So we've got bees, we've got wasps, we've got butterflies and moths. There's a bunch of beetles and bugs that are pollinators. There are even some ants and spiders that act as pollinators too. There's a bunch of flies as well. And so beyond those invertebrates, we also have hummingbirds. And then there's 3 different species of bats that range up into the desert Southwest that also act as pollinators. In other parts of the world, there are other animals, frogs and possums and things like that. But those are the ones that we have here in the US. And pollinators are critically important ecologically. 80 to 90% of flowering plants require an animal pollinator in order to reproduce. And once they are pollinated and can produce those seeds so they can keep their species going forward, they usually package those seeds in fruits or nuts or berries that are food for a whole other level of wildlife and people too. Now, you've probably heard that pollinators are in trouble, and it's true. Many of our pollinating species are declining. So how do you help them? Well, it really boils down to one major thing, and that is planting native plants, the plants that are naturally evolved to your region. They are also the plants that our pollinators co-evolved with. And in many cases, they're literally like 2 pieces of a puzzle. You can't have the native pollinators if you don't have the native plants that they rely on. So that's really the answer. Plant natives, don't spray pesticides because most of our pollinators are invertebrates and will get killed by that. But it's as simple as that. And we can all do that. We can plant those natives in our yard, in our community, and we can make them pollinator friendly. So what do you think? What are your favorite pollinators? Drop them in the comments below.